Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Last week, I gave you a few reasons to celebrate your birthday. I hope it was beneficial for you. Please check it out after you finish this video. I want to talk about ageism today. Let's look at the definition of ageism first. The basic definition on Google says, ageism is prejudice or discrimination on the grounds of a person's age. So this is the basic definition. But generally, when you think about ageism, you think about discrimination and prejudice towards older people, right? I can completely understand the struggle that elderly people face often. I can see how hard it is for them. I can see that they're not always taken so seriously and they don't always receive the respect that they deserve. On top of that, the health issues that they have is just another level of pain and suffering that they go through. It's just very difficult for them. I realize that ageism towards elderly in the West is more evident than it is in my Arab Middle Eastern culture. This is because in our culture, we really emphasize the importance of respecting the elders and prioritizing them more than anyone else. Things like giving up our seats for them or avoid calling them by their first name, instead calling them auntie or uncle, and other things like that. These are ways that we respect our elders. And I know that some of these things are also done in the West. It's just in our culture, it's very important and super prioritized. I would say that ageism towards younger adults or teens and children is a lot more prominent in our Middle Eastern culture. Younger people are not taken very seriously. Almost whatever they say is dismissed or ignored. When they try to say something intelligent or important, sometimes they're told, "You're too young, you don't understand anything, you have no experience at all." This is especially said towards children, or sometimes young people are completely ignored and left out from the conversations. These acts towards young people are hurtful and it can definitely affect them in the long term, and they may grow up to not be the best adults, especially if they're abused. In the West, the discrimination towards younger people and children is very different. People here aren't as family oriented as Middle Eastern people, so generally a lot of people here live or desire a child-free life, which is completely okay and valid. They have every right to not have children if they don't want to. However, I've seen people just straight up hate children. They're so angry and disgusted by them. Now tell me, isn't that not ageism? Or it doesn't count because children aren't as affected by it as much as the elderly? Saying things like, "You're 12, you don't know anything," or "just a bunch of 14-year-olds," or just mentioning someone's age to dismiss their point is ageist, in my opinion. I would love to hear your opinion about this. I'm very curious what you think of this. I noticed that children and even babies aren't always treated like real human beings. They're like a different breed or something. It's honestly depressing and sad. Children have a lot more life ahead of them, and since they're growing and developing, the hatred and discrimination they face will definitely affect their self-confidence, self-esteem, and they're more likely going to struggle in life and fall behind. Especially if this hatred or disrespect comes from their family, it's even worse for them. So parents and guardians have to be very careful and gentle with their kids. And even the general public too, just be kind to young people and everyone else. Going back to the Western world, it is clear that the discrimination that elders face is a lot more prominent, especially for women in the workplace. In general, elderly women face more prejudice and discrimination at work more than men. Especially if they are deemed as unattractive, they would have to try even harder to prove themselves to the world, and that's very, very difficult. So in conclusion, we need to be kinder to everyone regardless of their age, and I strongly don't believe in the whole idea of respect your elders. Just be kind and respect everyone. It doesn't matter how old you are. Lastly, I also believe that being so afraid to grow old is ageist itself. So in my next video, I want to talk about the privileges and perks of growing older, and I mean really old. So stay tuned for that, subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss out. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I hope you learned something new. Let me know your thoughts below and tell me whether you agree or disagree with me. I would love to hear your opinion. And tell me if you've ever experienced ageism yourself and how did you deal with it. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching and listening. I hope you have a good day or good night and goodbye.